College of Arts and Science and AMU, I extend a warm virtual welcome to Dr. Jyoti Mishra. Ma'am, please, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sita ma'am, for your kind words, and it's lovely to be here. So everybody who's here, let me just quickly give you a scenario to imagine. This is 2030. There is a student who logs into his AI assistant, and the AI assistant curates 2 short videos, creates a short quiz based on yesterday's lessons, and has created a career path based on 6 months of previous teaching. Just a question. How many of you find it exciting? And how many of you find it scary? And you can always unmute and answer.
It's really scaring for a conventional teacher.
All right, sir. I hope that that perspective changes. So, good afternoon to everyone, and respected sir. It's a pleasure taking this session today, Generative AI for the Educators in alignment to NEP 2020. My name is Dr. Jyoti Mishra, and I think we are actually, before we dive into this session, the session actually stands at the intersection of both these 2 emotions, scary and excitement. This is what the session actually holds. And I would also like to ask a question to everybody who's present here. And maybe it's a challenge, but I would request everybody just to be open-minded and to answer the question honestly. Now, if AI could undertake one of your academic responsibilities completely, it could, completely take it off your shoulder, whether it was grading, whether it was attendance, making lesson plans, creating assessments, paperwork, documentation, which one would you ask AI to do it for you? One academic, responsibility. What would that be? Requesting everybody to kindly mute. Yes. I would want the answers to come in either through chat box or through maybe you unmute.
Ma'am, I would like AI to do the literature review for me. The research works which have been done in a particular field, and because it consumes a lot of time, and that I think would be helpful for me to go ahead. To that extent, I would invite, not for anything more. Yes, thank you.
I hope my session today would change the perspective, right? I hope, in today's session, we are able to understand that generative AI is just a co-pilot for us. And definitely it is not for requesting everybody to kindly mute. There's a lot of background noise coming in. Abdulji, if you could please mute. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. So basically, it is all about co-piloting. It is not about handling in the control to AI completely, but it is, doing the documentation or probably all those kinds of work and making sure that we are able to take care of the core values and the core. Requesting the admin to please mute. There's a lot of disturbance that is coming from the background of Mr. Abul Kalam. Thank you very much. Thank you. So before we proceed any further, just to change everybody's perspective, and I know as educators, most of the time we are also jittery that, what if AI comes in and replaces all of us? It is not to make us easily replaced, but I think the idea is to make us indispensable. We are teaching Gen I students. We are not teaching students 15 years back. हम आज के बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं. How can we not expect कि हमारे traditional methods को हम replace नहीं करेंगे, because the audience that we have today, वो आज की है. And it is way smarter in terms of technology, right? So I think we have to be a little more smarter than them. Also, to take the session further, I'll just very quickly share a story with everybody here. And this story, fortunately, happens to be true. So I'm sure many of you must have heard the name of Mr. Sal Khan. So Sal Khan basically is was one gentleman who was MIT and Harvard pass out. So obviously, when you have such people in the family, his family said कि हमारे बच्चे को भी आप थोड़ा सा maths पढ़ा दीजिए. So Sal Khan very graciously said, okay, I'll do it for you. So from one corner of his house in America, he started tutoring his niece Nadia. And when results of Nadia came and when people saw how well Nadia was doing through this online medium, so this one student grew into a family to extended family, and then to colony, and then eventually the entire thing evolved into Khan Academy. And I'm sure most of us here have heard the name of Khan Academy. So Khan Academy is a perfect example of how AI was roped in. And Mr. Sal Khan did not end here. His innovations and all of the ventures that he did not end there. So Mr. Sal Khan, in 2023, he collaborated with ChatGPT-4. And he's now got into an entire new venture to facilitate learning for everybody who cannot afford and everybody who's, sitting in a distant corner. And this new, portal is known as Khan Migo. और Khan Migo एक ऐसा इंटेलिजेंट ट्यूटर है जो कि बच्चों की प्रॉब्लम्स कैलकुलस से लेके जितना ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग होता है, मैप्स को क्रिएट करना, हिस्ट्री, all of that, it is doing in a wonderful way. And let me tell you that it is not providing the answers, but it is providing the hints. So that is the vision that people, and I think all of us, especially the educators, need to have when we are using AI for our students. So I hope we are all good to start the session. Are we?
Yes, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, my question to everybody here is, can we please come to the second slide? I am talking of a concept which is generative AI. Now, what is generative AI? We already had AI and AI was doing pretty well. What exactly is this concept of generative AI? हमें इसकी क्या जरूरत हो गई? And if anybody could tell me the difference between generative AI and AI, I would love if it's a guess and we all would try. I think that will be fantastic. If the session is interactive, that will be really nice. Yes, anybody would like to try? G.
Ma'am, generative reality means, in my opinion, are you hearing me?
Yes, absolutely.
Generative reality, in my opinion, is we are creating or generating a reality. Actually, it is a fiction. But the real thing is the other, the original other.
Okay, all right. It's wonderful. And let me tell you that, it's absolutely correct. Generative AI is an AI which generates. So when you look at generative AI is, you are giving it few words, or maybe, let me give you an example. You ask AI to write a story in the character that Sudha Murthy ji writes. And you tell them that I want you to write a story for, age bracket so and so. And it should be in the tone of Mrs. Sudha Murthy. To your utter surprise, I don't know whether it will be pleasant, but yes, to your utter surprise, it will generate a story exactly in the tone of Mrs. Sudha Murthy. And this is generative AI for you. So basically, generative AI is, that companion of yours, which will generate a new content altogether, whether it is a story, whether it is image, whether it is something related to academics, whether it's a video, it's a music, but everything would be new based on the knowledge that it has, It'll follow very quickly the algorithms that are there, whatever data it can access to all across the web, and it's going to create an entire new content. So can we move on to the second slide? Yeah. Now, when we talk of generative AI in alignment to NEP 2020, what exactly is the relation? Why are we saying that, generative AI is extremely relevant to NEP 2020? Would anybody like to try? The first point itself says it's holistic education. When we talk of holistic education, we are trying to develop the social, cognitive, emotional, all of that abilities of the child. It's no more about academics, and it's no more about securing a certain bracket of marks. It's going beyond that. It's to develop the personality of a student in the best way possible. And I'll quickly share an example or something that has really happened. So there was a professor, Professor Ethan Mollick, and professor, had a very interesting view about this entire phenomena of generative AI. So instead of saying that you're not supposed to use generative AI in my class, Professor Ethan Mollick said, I give you the liberty to please use generative AI in my class. Ask generative AI to take care of a particular assignment I gave you. But when you submit, I want you to make sure that entire thing is curated from your perspective. Ask it to generate like an intern. And when that is generated, I want the entire plan to be checked by my student. And let me tell you that the results that were there were astounding. So many of the students, they came to Professor Ethan Mollick and said, sir, for the first time it happened that I felt I was not caught in between bad grammar and good grammar. I was able to, see my ideas being expressed. When I saw something, I was not really fearful of coming and presenting it in the class. There were students in his class whose first language definitely was not English. They were not native English speakers. So when they presented, they had a lot of clarity and they had a lot of confidence to present it. So when we talk of generative AI in alignment to NEP 2020, it is including students from all sections of the society and not just working on the language part, but ensuring that, their cognitive abilities are developed, their emotional patterns are developed, the acceptance is there. There are not just few students in the class who are participating, who are being recognized, applauded, given responsibility, but it's being done. Because we let's accept the fact that we live in a world where every work in corporate, everything that industry people are doing, they are not banned in terms of using AI. They have this access to it and they can use it. How they use it is what we need to train them in, right? So I think that is what answers my second part also. Would somebody like to quickly tell me how does generative AI work, especially where the skill development part is concerned? Can any one of you unmute and quickly let me know?
It helps in making new models in chemistry. It helps in coding. And in many fields, it helps students to develop skills.
Okay, that's a fantastic example. Yes. Anybody else would like to quickly contribute?
Can it address individual students?
It can and it does. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Rahulji, that is one of the main motives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Individually addressing the students and their needs, right? So I think a very valid point. Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody else would like to quickly contribute? I think one point that we also need to make here is the point of inclusion. The entire world is stressing a lot about equality and inclusion. I think we are forgetting that, there are certain areas of education which do not include people from all sections of society. And whether we want to include them or we do not want to include them, many a times due to geographical locations, they do not have the privilege of, getting the kind of education that they deserve. And I think generative AI has really made it possible. And in fact, Khanmigo, the example of which I just now gave, is an excellent example of that. And I would actually request everybody to do explore Khanmigo once it's done, and we will explore it here also in this session. There are certain tools that we will explore once this is over. So we'll quickly do that. We will save some time for that as well. Can we move on to the next slide? I think this slide is one particular reason why all of us are here. Why are we here? We are here to understand how will it help me? How will it benefit me as a faculty? And that is the reason why as an educator, I am here. Now, let me tell you that when in fact, I stated this in the beginning of the class, that the students I am teaching are my students who are well versed in terms of technology. And if they are sitting in my class as students, I need to have that little extra edge in terms of technology. When I want to teach them, I have to engage them because their attention span is very limited. Now, the idea is to personalize learning. The idea is not to change it, but probably change the way in which we are approaching the traditional form of learning. So there is a very interesting concept that we have in NEP 2020, and the concept is of flipped classrooms. Anybody is aware of flipped classrooms? Is there anybody who's aware of flipped classroom, or should I explain?
Please do, ma'am.
Okay, so flipped classroom is exactly the other way round of the traditional classrooms. Like traditional classrooms, what do? We come here, we meet the students, we teach them, and once the class is over, we give them assignments to be completed. We ask them to do certain homework, and there is probably worksheets that are handed over to the students. हम कहते हैं आप ये काम है जिसको आपको करके आना है. Next day आप इस assignment को लेके आएंगे, एक model है जिसे आप बना के आएंगे, depending upon the kind of subject or the domain area we are in. Flipped classroom is an exactly reverse, picture of this entire traditional classroom. So what do? We give them the videos beforehand. We make sure that the material is sent beforehand. And then the students are all asked to go through the material, go through the videos, go through those bites, understand the resources, so that when in classes we come, it is not to hear the monologue, but it is there to discuss, brainstorm, evolve, and generate new ideas. So when we say that generative AI is, attacking the thinking part of human beings, I think we are approaching it in a wrong manner. It's a tool. It's a tool, and it's not, today's session is not just about shiny tools, but it is about that sword, that impactful sword that is given in the hands of the educator, which we can use to shape the future of tomorrow. And how do we do that? I know my class is full of intelligent, bright students. And what do I do about it? I come in the class and I teach them, and I take that 1 hour of talking all for myself. So what do? I go to my class, I send all the material, I make sure when next time in my class they come, it's a discussion happening. They are prepared, and then we add on. So it's a knowledge sharing platform that is happening. And this is one of the most innovative and one of the most, beautiful concepts of NEP 2020, flipped classroom. So there are certain tools. Of course, there are many tools, and this is not just one of the certain tools, but when I was exploring it for myself, in teaching pedagogy, I saw that there is this one fantastic tool called QueryPod. QueryPod is basically for the teachers who are teaching students of school. Right now, we all, this is an assembly of higher education teachers and educators. So of course, we'll be discussing about the tool of the same, but all those, in case you are associated with, school teaching, QueryPod is a tool which will take care of all your, teaching needs, the documentation work, all of that is there. So coming to the higher education, part, we've got this fantastic tool called Magic School, Khanmigo, Eduate. So these are three tools that I keep going back to. And as I said earlier also, we will be exploring this again, once the session is over. So can we change the next slide, please? And let me tell you that, of course, there is this entire, this responsibility of creating presentations. So you have the topic of presentation, with you. I have to teach this in my class. I'll just share one very quick incident with you. We had, one of the faculty members, and in their previous, institution, what happened that he was sharing that there was this inspection that, was due for them. And when the inspection body came, the first observation that they made was, when there was a person who was presenting the achievements of the department, what have they done so far, all of that. When they were presenting, the first thing and the first observation that he made was not about what you've done, what you've not done, what needs to, improve, all of that. No, it was about the kind of PPT they had made. And they said, you are teaching today's generation with this PPT. What is the difference? 25 years, 20 years, 15 years, 10 years have passed. A lot of water has passed under the bridge. When you create presentations, how is it the same for the audience that has changed so drastically? And that is why I would also like to introduce a tool for presentation making, and it is known as Gamma. Of course, there is Canva AI, which takes care of the presentation part. So for Gamma and for Canva, what you need to do is you need to enter a prompt, and you need to tell them, in case you are too busy in something. So you need to give them a prompt. They will and they will create this entire presentation related to particular topic. You can make few changes. आपको जो changes उसमें चाहिए वो आप कर सकते हो, tinkering कर सकते हो. But in case आपको लगता है नहीं presentation तो मुझे अपनी use करनी है, आपके पास एक पुरानी प्रेजेंटेशन है, आपने उसका कंटेंट, यू डू नॉट वांट टू चेंज, आपने उस प्रेजेंटेशन को लिया, गामा पे डाला, अपलोड किया, एंड यू आस्क देम टू क्रिएट अ न्यू लुक ऑफ इट without changing the content. It will create a nice looking presentation which will be able to hold the attention of the students. I hope I'm there and you all are listening, and if there is a doubt, let me know. I hope everything is okay here, right?
Yes.
Yes. So these are two tools that I use extensively. In fact, if you can see, I am using the unpaid version of Gamma, right? So we are educators. We try and look at the free version. So this is one. Of course, there is this watermark that comes at the end of the slide, which will be sorted in case you buy the online version. You buy a paid version of it. But in case you do not want to do that, so you'll have this watermark. And there is a limitation to the number of the slides. So that is there. This is for Gamma. And then, in fact, Canva AI is also integrated in the ChatGPT of this. So ChatGPT will help you create a video. Sora takes care of that. Sora is a function. If you go to your ChatGPT page, right, you'll have a lot of collaborations of ChatGPT. One of them is Canva, which will take care if you want them to give a probably an abstract picture concept you're teaching in terms of history, and you want an image because there is no such image in the net. You tell Canva to create an image. It will immediately do that, and you can use that image for discussion. It can be one of the prompts for discussion, stimulating a lot of brainstorming in the class. Sora, as I said earlier, Sora is a video text to video generation platform, again found on ChatGPT, right? So now that was about the teaching pedagogy, how we can enrich our teaching pedagogy, because I think a lot of discussion has already been done. These are the tools where we can, kind of definitely use it to enrich the look and feel of the entire content that we have, right? I will definitely go into detail. I'll pick up 2 resources and we will definitely discuss how we can, have a quick demo of these 2 tools. So moving on to the assessment and evaluation part. No, can we get back to the previous slide? Assessment and evaluation part, right? Assessment, I understand. Evaluation is a very, very important component of our job, right? We are the educators. I am sure many of you must be saying, if assessment and evaluation is being taken care of generative AI, then what are we doing actually? Can I answer that question without anybody asking that question directly to me? Can I do that?
Yes, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody
Please.
had that question in mind? First of all, I would just like to ask, anybody had that question in mind? That if,
Definitely.
generative
Definitely.
AI is taking care of assessment and evaluation, then what are we doing as educators? Anybody had that question in mind?
In fact, I would like this generative AI to take care of this entire evaluation system, because that's the most challenging thing, I suppose, because it's very difficult to be, consistent in evaluating students. So if generative AI can take care of that, it will be wonderful.
Absolutely. And just adding on to what Rahul ji said, let me tell you that, I said that what will we do? We will actually spend more time in the humane approach of teaching, mentoring each student. In fact, I remember Rahul ji also in the beginning said, can it answer the individual needs of the student? And that is what we will do. We will mentor the student, something that AI will not be able to do. We
And
will
what about
handhold the students.
What about the privacy of all these children when we are subjectively giving all the data to the AI?
Sir, that is why I said, as far as the data is concerned, first of all, we need to be very sure, sir, how you will not use everything that you get. Then it's just, as I said in the beginning of my presentation and my session, it is not the pilot, sir. It is the co-pilot. And we need to be extremely intelligent. When I say we use generative AI, it's not to make sure every work is done. It's to facilitate work and make sure that time is taken out for research, time is taken out for mentoring, time is taken out for student support, and time is taken out for family. Because as educators, I think all of us are extremely hard pressed for time. India needs quality research. How do we get time? We get time by the help of technology. But when I say we take help of technology, sir, I do not say we kind of relegate the entire responsibility to AI. So that is why there is no fear of data being logged, because you are not using everything that you get. You are filtering it.
Ma'am, for example, we are taking data for like education system like Gurukuls. Na? Most of the database is providing wrong information. When we are doing research based on Indian knowledge system, most of the database is not updated. What is your take on that?
Sir, so I think we are slightly deviating from the topic here, right? I will not say that whatever data that we have is all false. Our sources have to be extremely authentic, sir. And that is why we say that data is the new oil. And it's very, very important, where are you getting this oil from? So I will not say that all the sources that we kind of take data from are wrong and they are not to be trusted. You have to be very sure of the sources, sir. The information has to be from a very authentic source. So with that, can I move on to my next slide? And before I do that, there is 2-3 tools that I would here like to introduce. Sachin sir, I hope I was able to answer your question.
Yes, ma'am, surely.
Thank you.
Please carry.
Yeah. So when I was talking of the assessment and the evaluation part, there are certain tools that I would want everybody to make use of. One of them is QuestionWell. Then there is GradeScope. There is ChatGPT, of course. You have Formative AI. You have Gamma. Then you have your Copilot, Gemini, all of these tools which can help. But as I said, at the end of this session, we will take you through the rubric designing and all of that. All of that will be demonstrated. So we'll have time for that as well. Right? Moving on to the next slide. The next slide, please. So I'll tell you till the time we are moving to the next slide. It is about the student mentoring. And I think I said when we save time, we invest it wisely somewhere, right? That is the principle of money. We save money, we invest money, and then money works for you. So similarly, you save time and you invest time, and then time works for you, sir. So just to tell everybody, is the slide stuck? Because to me, it's not moving. Yes, thank you. A very important part of our job is career support. I will tell you, it's a fantastic tool how we can help students, because we are so much pressed, when there is documentation concerned, all of us here, because there are so many bodies, right? We've got so many bodies, these certifications happening, licenses happening, that we need to maintain documents. And when we maintain document, somehow or the other, there are a lot of other things that are not done, right? So when documentation is supported by generative AI, we are able to save time to do something more meaningful. So I remember, let me give an example of a fantastic professor that I was in touch with. And I remember, so there was this student who came to him, and I would want to, once this is over, I would want to share my screen and show it to you. There is this sample resume of a student, right? So the student came with that resume, and what we did was, he wanted some guidance in terms of understanding what to do and how to, take his career forward, what to do, because students definitely would come to you for advice. And it's very natural for us to guide them well. So I remember, what he did was, he took the entire resume, asked generative AI to, he did some tinkering. Prompt definitely are very, very important. So I think we all should do a course in prompt engineering, right? So of course, he filled in some prompt, and he was able to generate career path, phase-wise, growth of the student, the certifications that should be done. And there was this absolute visual tracking of the child's career. So when he had that document in hand, and when he had that visual career path in hand, he was able to guide the student based on his own experience. He was able to connect the students with the alumni in that particular field. And the student got a well-rounded advice along with the faculty and the generative AI, because the trends and everything he was able to predict. So that is, how the marriage of teaching and generative AI should be, right? Just yes, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, thank you very much. And can we move on to the next slide? Though we've got a lot of portals here which can help you. JobScan is one of them, right? So there are many tools to support you and to take you forward in terms of career admission, My Resume, My Move. All these are tools that help you in taking the process of mentoring, process of career support, and process of admission a little further. Well, this is the curriculum design, and one of the core requirements of NEP is the multidisciplinary integration. So I think NEP has given that freedom to the students that, there has to be a no bag day, a beautiful concept. I wish it was there in our time as well. How beautiful it is to have a no bags day, when you can actually walk into your institute without the bag, and you can sit in the class and the subject of your choice, and you get to learn what you really are passionate about, or maybe explore. You are interested, intrigued, and you are able to explore it and understand whether you can take it forward in terms of having a career or kind of having a side career in that. So, well, all of us, we are doing curriculum designing. We are into multidisciplinary integration for our research work also, for our, institutional work also, for our organizational responsibility also. We need to create, flexible modules And especially with many of us, because we are working on the concept of Bloom's taxonomy, right? We all have to map the learning part, the journey of our students. And for that, we have to be very sure whether the learning outcome, whether the course outcome, all of that is mapped for the particular individual student or not. I hope I am audible, right? And also, I would like to stress that there is a lot of industry requirement. We have industry engagement programs where one person from the industry is roped in the mentor board, and they kind of give their inputs in terms of curriculum designing. Now, how we do it in terms of generative AI, there are certain tools that, they are Claude AI, Scribe AI. Scribe AI, of course, is the paid version. So in case it is bought in terms of institution, it goes ahead and it buys a paid version of that, it can be done, especially on the institutional level. But on personal level, I don't think so it is required. Then you've got Bhashini. Bhashini is, I hope everybody is aware of the fantastic tool that Bhashini is. Bhashini is a tool which basically translates, it is for enabling everybody to get the content. As I said, it is about inclusion. और जब आप चाहते हो कि मुझे किसी ऐसी लैंग्वेज में कुछ बहुत अच्छा कंटेंट है, Sabina ji, can you please, thank you for muting, thank you. So it is there and it translates the content from a particular language to your own language so that you are included in every way possible. How beautiful is that? And how helpful and empowering is that? And who does it for you? It's generative AI. You want to show a video, but that video is about aeronautical engineering. And the concept is not in English. The concept is not in any Indian language. How do you do that? It's in a different language. You take the help of generative AI, right? So that is what these tools they are doing for us. Microsoft Designer is there. Gamma is there. All of them, they are able to. And of course, the two tools that I'm saving for the last. Why did I pick up these two tools? Because they will answer every query, at the end. They have the integration of all the needs that the educators have. So can we move on to the next slide? Yes, I think more than anything else, a knowledgeable faculty is the empowered faculty. A faculty who is able to do whatever they have to do and manage it in their work hours and create that time and space and balance it for their family as well. I think is an efficient faculty because we've got a family at home and they're also looking at us. So I think it is very, very important that we take support. What are the tools that, for somebody here said that I would like to have generative AI support in terms of writing paper. Well, there are certain tools, but my advice to you will, it'll be little off the track. For paper writing, for research, I think I would again say that do not take help of generative AI because we are saving time for research. All the mundane works that we are doing with the help of technology, we are doing it so that we can invest little more time in terms of having great research. And why should we include AI? Because now all of us know that it can be detected. It's not just plagiarism that is detected. Anywhere you send your paper, the AI content is also looked into. And if that content is 90%, 88%, 85%, your paper will not be accepted and you can be blacklisted. So I would say that please do not do that. Of course, there are certain tools in case you want some help for any particular purpose. Do not seek help of ChatGPT or Copilot or any of these. I would suggest that there is a wonderful tool which is known as Genny AI, Genni, Genny AI, and it takes care of that. Of course, there are many tools for academic research writing, but I would again say, if possible, do not use it for your research, right? You take help of your seniors, you take help of your guide if it is possible. Do that, understand that, because then I think the baton can be passed to the to the people there. So then you have Zapier. Again, everywhere in my tools, you will see Gamma featuring, you will see ChatGPT featuring, because these two are, they are always there in terms of whatever you want. These two will be there catering to your needs, right? Now, can you please unshare the screen? I would just quickly like to share my screen and show everybody the kind of two tools that are there. And meanwhile, if there is a question, let's go ahead, and thank you very much. Let me share my screen, and I hope it does not get stuck. Okay. Is my screen visible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what can you see on my screen?
We
Can you
have
see
the
my
magic
Some tools. Yes, some tools.
Yes. So
Yes.
this is the first tool that I was talking to you about, right? Now, these are lesson plans, writing feedback, multiple choice quiz, right? Now, for example, the grade level is university. We've put university here only. Number of questions, for example, are 5, right? Let's put just an example, a hypothetical topic. You have the answer key, you have the MCQs, the kind of prompt that you gave related to the topic. You want to edit it, you can always edit it, right? Going back, just few examples how it is there. For some of us who are teaching the subject maths, the most dreaded subject, of course, but the most important one. I hope my screen is visible to everybody.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, these are the word problems, right? And you want to take couple of, practice questions. To your class. You want to give them the concept, but you also want them to practice. Or maybe you've got a substitution class. And these are the quadratic equations in real world applications. The more they practice, the more, proficient they'll be. You can copy it, as you can see in that prompt. You can copy it, you can edit it in case you want to change the numbers. You do not want to give them the same numbers because you feel that, I would like to add my own numbers there. So you can do that. You do not want to copy, you export the entire thing. And you want this to read it aloud in front of the class. It will do that also for you. This is one of my favorite segment, right? Now, YouTube question, what you are going to do, I am not going to go on YouTube and I'm not going to do that, but we are just exploring it here very quickly. You put your grade level, whatever grade level you are teaching, and I believe everybody here is into higher education teaching. So then question type, you can have multiple choice, or you want to have, true or false, whatever you'd like to have. Number of questions, you can tell them. What you do here is you put the link of that YouTube video. You make them watch a YouTube video, right? Or maybe, as I said, as part of your flip classroom, you give them, you send them the YouTube videos, link of them, and you ask them to prepare well, because then there is an assignment that is based on this, right? They come to your class the next day and you have this entire quiz ready. You've pasted the link here in the YouTube transcript. and you ask it to generate question. Trust me, it will generate beautiful, thought-provoking questions. And if you're not satisfied, you tell them that, the questions need to be a little more harder and the level has to be advanced. It will do that for you. So, professional email. One of our tasks is also to respond to a lot of students. There's lot of, communication that has to be done as educators, because the job is not only to teach, but also to keep the parents, aware about their ward's development, also to communicate with our peers, also to communicate with a particular, publisher, also to communicate with the children in case there is this assignment that needs to be submitted. You tell them and it will write the entire, you just tell them the content that needs to be included, and this entire board will generate a professional email with the author's name there. I hope this is appearing to be useful for everybody there.
Absolutely, ma'am.
And I hope I'm able to some sense.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Also, all of us here, we have to generate rubric. So if you could see on my screen, the rubric, which is such a core part of our teaching pedagogy today. All of us, we have to generate rubrics. The students are all evaluated in terms of that. And especially, as I said earlier also, if you are one of those institutes where the teaching is based on the concept of Bloom's taxonomy, right? So we have to work, we have to design all the lesson plans, everything. All this has to be generated, and designed in terms of the rubric.
Ma'am, please, bilanguage. Hindi and English.
Sorry,
Bilingual.
I'm not. Bilingual.
language.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I am so sorry. मुझे पहले नहीं बोला, वरना मैं आपको bilingual में ही बताती. I'm so sorry. ठीक है. तो हमारे ऐसे बहुत सारे ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं जहां पे हमें रूब्रिक जनरेट करना पड़ता है इवैल्यूएशन के लिए. अगर आपके पास उतना समय नहीं है, अगर आप उतना नहीं कर पा रहे हैं क्योंकि आपके पास अभी बहुत सारे काम हैं, आप इस रूब्रिक जनरेटर पे जाके आप अपने इवैल्यूएशन के पैरामीटर्स डालेंगे और आपको यहाँ पे विद इन फ्यू सेकेंड्स रूब्रिक्स जनरेट करके आपके सामने आ जाएगा. राइट, यहाँ पे अगर आप देखेंगे मेरे स्क्रीन पे, देयर इज ऑल्सो दिस ऑप्शन ऑफ एकेडमिक कंटेंट. तो जितने लोग मुझसे अभी कह रहे थे कि क्या हम इसको किसी एकेडमिक पर्पस के लिए, राइटिंग के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, फॉर ऑल दोज ऑफ यू जो इसको यूज करना चाहते हैं, आपके लिए भी है, ये आप देखिए. और हम नीचे आते हैं, रिपोर्ट कार्ड कमेंट्स. अगर आप लोग यहाँ पे देखेंगे, स्टूडेंट प्रोनाउन वो इसलिए पूछ रहा है कि इट्स अ बॉय और अ गर्ल. Areas to celebrate. Very quickly, I'll write communication. Areas for growth. Maybe, he needs to work on just giving you an example of how the person's report card. If you can see, he's very clearly, Magic School ने हमें ये बता दिया कि हर बच्चे के रिपोर्ट कार्ड पे इंडिविजुअली आप किस तरीके से लिख सकते हो. और आपने सिर्फ ये जो जेनरेटिव एआई है, इसने हमें स्ट्रक्चर दिया, लेकिन थॉट हमारा ही था. मुझे लगता है मेरा ये पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट एनालिसिस में थोड़ा सा वीक है, इसको अपनी एनालिटिकल एबिलिटीज बढ़ानी है. ऑब्जर्वेशन जेनरेटिव एआई का नहीं होना चाहिए, वो आपका होना चाहिए. लेकिन लैंग्वेज आप डेफिनेटली वहां से ले सकते हो, क्योंकि आपको करीब एक अच्छे नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स का ये तैयार करना है. सो I hope this is helpful for everybody here. Yes?
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think so.
Yes, ma'am.
But somehow I think that, yes, as a student, as a teacher of English literature, I think I've got every reason to be scared,
No, sir, not at all. Not at all. No matter what the subject is, I think generative AI, if used properly, will always be, I think a mighty sword in our hands. It's just that, are we using it correctly and with all our might and wisdom, is what I will say.
Exactly.
So,
No, I have a question, madam.
Ji, sir.
One side, suppose I prepare a thesis depending on this generative AI. Now, does that thesis get stored, in the database so that afterwards, if someone does the same thing, he can be accused of, plagiarism?
Yes, absolutely. And that is why, sir, throughout my session, I have been extremely categorical in mentioning कि as far as the research work is concerned, उसको हम थोड़ा सा सर separate रख सकते हैं इससे. Thesis को definitely आप you can use it for all other purposes. लेकिन thesis के लिए I would suggest, sir,
Absolutely.
it should not be used.
Exactly.
So that is my suggestion to you. In
No,
fact,
no,
sir,
no, I mean,
yeah.
Do you leave that to the ethical consideration of the person, or the AI system does have something to control it?
Sir, AI is artificial intelligence. It will not have ethics. Ethics, as far as is concerned, is our domain, sir.
Yes, of course, of
It's
course.
our domain, sir. And that is why जब हम बोलते हैं generative AI की intelligence भी artificial है, sir, और वो भी generated है. It's not something that it is born with. It's generated. So, sir, I will say that जहाँ तक ethics की बात है, वो तो उसके पास completely नहीं है. So, as far as we are concerned, sir, हमारे पास intelligence भी real है, wisdom भी real है, और ethics भी real है. And when all these three things are put together, there's a wonderful combination, which definitely suggests that we should not be using this.
Absolutely. I teach both literature and language. So as a teacher of literature, I needn't worry that much. But as a teacher of language, if it can, I mean, as an input device, if this AI is used, I don't have any problem. But so far as expression is concerned, as an output device, I have got some reservations. I think I should have.
Sir, I think there was this example that I gave. And coming back to it, I would just say that we need to, in fact, we can have a fantastic discussion, maybe, in one of these sessions someday. But sir, for communication faculties, I would say that it is definitely a blessing, because one of the core areas of the communication faculties is public speaking. And when we are able to take care of public speaking fear, which is here, we are able to do a lot of justice. And for that confidence instilling, we definitely can take the crutches, the help of generative AI. So that will work, sir. Right? And moving on. So I would also like to quickly show you here, everybody who's watching, the text-dependent question. Now, in case you have to prepare something, related to a particular test that you have taught, you can definitely upload the entire PDF here, right? The entire text can be uploaded here, and then you tell them the kind of questions that you would want. A comprehension-based question, you want a literary question, a question related to theme, any of the questions that you are looking at. So it will generate the text-based questions. We cover a chapter in the class, right? An economics chapter in the class. And then we ask Magic School to devise an entire assignment on the basis of a particular chapter that we've just taught. And they are kind of ready with it. So I think that's a fantastic way of exploring a particular tool. Also, lesson plans, which definitely are a must in every educational institution. So we have the lesson plan. You give them the prompt, and here it is, the entire lesson plan that is formulated. And then what you need to do is you need to tinker it using your institutional guidance, the policies and the procedures that are there. Any question that you would like to ask? So it also has the letter of recommendation. In case there is a group work that you have assigned, group activities as we do it. And let me tell you, all those who have joined here, I would just very quickly like to say that these are tools in case we are not using. अगर हम ये tools use नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो ये सारे tools हमें सिर्फ इस बात की याद दिलाते हैं कि हम अगर इनमें से एक tool हर 2 दिन बाद अपनी क्लास में use करेंगे, students हमारी क्लास में I don't think so absenteeism कभी होगा. Students हर बार ये guess करते हुए आएंगे, अच्छा आज नया क्या कराने वाले हैं हमारे professors, right? So if we are not using the tools, I think high time हम सब अपना इस पे एक free login बना के हम सब इसको एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं। एक बहुत मैंने अभी कुछ टाइम पहले बोला था, हमें प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग में एक कोर्स करना चाहिए। ये देखिए, आपके लिए प्रॉम्प्ट असिस्टेंट है। आप कुछ लिखना चाह रहे हो लेकिन आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि मैं क्या लिखूं उस पे। यहाँ आपसे एआई ने सिर्फ एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछा, आप करना क्या चाहते हो। आपने एआई को बताया मेरा ये ऑब्जेक्टिव है, ये मैं करना चाहता हूँ। यू डू नॉट इवन हैव टू स्पेंड टाइम इन राइटिंग अ प्रॉम्प्ट। इस प्रॉम्प्ट को भी यहाँ से आपको लिख के एआई जनरेट करके यहाँ पे दे देगा। सो आई होप दिस इज ऑल रजिस्टरिंग एंड आई होप ये सारी चीजें आप लोगों के बेनिफिट के लिए एंड दिस इज यूज्ड and this gives value and enriches everybody's class. If you can see, in case we need to use this 5E model, the text translator. Now there is a document, अभी मैंने बोला था यहाँ पे कोई एक टेक्स्ट है जिसको आप ट्रांसलेट करना चाहते हैं, it is giving you that option. ये टूल्स इतने सारे हैं कि हम इनको पॉसिबली हर किसी में प्रॉम्प्ट डाल के लिख नहीं पा रहे हैं क्योंकि हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है उतना। बट आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू गो इन एवरी टैब एंड शो यू कि कौन कौन से टैब्स हैं जो आपको हेल्प। ये वर्कशीट जनरेटर है। You have generated the entire worksheet using this. So you will give them the instruction and the entire worksheet is generated. And I would just like to say, for everyday basis, for routine basis, I definitely feel it is extremely helpful to have a worksheet with you when you walk into the class. Definitely आपके लिए एक worksheet generator बहुत help करता है। अब मैं आपके पास यहाँ पे ये देखिए, अगर आप देखेंगे तो vocabulary list generator, you know, you tell them कि आप किस टॉपिक से vocabulary generate करना चाहते हैं। And this is just an example. आप इस पे अपने सब्जेक्ट, अपने टॉपिक से रिलेटेड vocabulary, like for example, अभी हमसे यहाँ पे बात हो रही थी और सर ने कहा that you know he is the language and literature teacher. You can have a practice in your class कि मुझे हर रोज अपनी क्लास में बच्चों को 5 नए वर्ड्स बताने हैं। You take the help of generative AI in this regard. In fact, अभी हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे थे और ये एक बहुत अच्छा इनिशिएटिव हो सकता है। Something that I do in my classes. I make sure that every day when I am going, my students are learning new vocabulary. And how are we doing it? We are doing with the help of generative AI, right? The trending words that they must know in their domain. जो भी उनके डोमेन के, उनकी इंडस्ट्री के, उनके प्रोफेशन के ट्रेंडिंग वर्ड्स हैं जो कॉर्पोरेट में, जो इंडस्ट्री में यूज हो रहे हैं, समथिंग दैट दे मस्ट नो, यू कैन एक्चुअली हैव अ लिस्ट ऑफ वर्ड्स यहाँ से एंड यू कैन शेयर इट विद देम। Social stories, tool recommendations, you've got lesson hooks, बहुत सारे scaffolding के techniques हैं। Scaffolding basically जब हम बच्चों को पढ़ाने के लिए structurally उनको धीरे धीरे hand holding करके, support करके जब हम आगे लेके जाते हैं। अच्छा, एक बहुत अच्छी चीज मुझे यहाँ पे लगी थी, डेटा एनालिसिस की जो पूरी टेबल है। मुझे एक ट्रेंड दिखाना है अपनी क्लास को। What did I do? मैंने यहाँ पे वो ट्रेंड, वो डेटा टेबल इनको बोला कि मुझे ये मेरा क्राइटेरिया है। एंड टेकिंग द हेल्प ऑफ इंटरनेट, मुझे ये पूरी, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल एम्प्लॉयमेंट ट्रेंड्स क्या रहे हैं इन दी सर्विस इंडस्ट्री, राइट? अगर मैं आपके साथ अभी इसको I hope this is visible to everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
और ये अगर आप देखेंगे नीचे इसने आपको क्वेश्चंस भी सजेस्ट किए हैं कि आप किस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं। ये आपकी टेबल आ गई उनके सामने। यू पिक दिस टेबल और इसके बेसिस पे आपने सोचा आज मुझे अपनी क्लास में एक ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, एक डिस्कशन कराना है। एंड आई वांट देम नॉट टू सिट एंड लिसन टू मी। मैंने पीपीटी पे ये टेबल दिखा दी और मैंने उनको बताया। but why can't we have a discussion based class जिसमें मैंने इनको ये टेबल दिखाई और इस टेबल के बेसिस पे हमने ब्यूटीफुली अपनी क्लास को इंगेज किया, जो बच्चे नहीं बोलते थे उनको भी बोलने का मौका दिया, and this is how the entire class works, and they are collaborating and they are working together, speaking, contributing, learning all at the same time. I hope this is making some some, and it is changing perspective कि किस तरीके से हम अपनी classes को और rich कर सकते हैं. Then definitely we've got some teacher jokes here जो कि हम नहीं use करेंगे. We respect and we will not use it, but of course it is given and we will not look at it. Tongue twisters for all the teachers who are language teachers. This is one of the beautiful exercises जो कि आप कर सकते हैं. ये टीचर ऑब्जर्वेशन, आपके प्लानर्स, सिलेबस जनरेटर्स, ये अगर आप लोग देखेंगे, जैसे कि मैंने आपसे इनफैक्ट एक बात बोली भी थी वहां पे, सिलेबस जनरेशन के लिए, करिकुलम रिवीजन के लिए, कोर्स डिस्क्रिप्शन, कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, रिक्वायर्ड मटेरियल, जब आप ये सारे टैब्स भरते जाएंगे, आपका पूरा सिलेबस आपके सामने आ जाएगा. I hope it is visible.
Yes.
Okay, and from here we also would move on to the next portal. हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा time नहीं है, but we'll very quickly explore the other one also. Just give me a second. I'm trying to make sure the connections are all okay. Yes. Can you see on my screen Khanmigo?
Yes,
I
yes.
hope it is visible to everybody.
Yes, yes.
I am giving everybody a choice that in case you are not too happy with magic schools, you can also explore Khanmigo. It's
1101.
yes, the discussion prompts are there.
203.
There is a fun class summary poem, exit ticket, आपका information, learning objectives. In fact, इसको use करके आप अपने syllabus के लिए बहुत सारे
वो जब मैं यूनिवर्सिटी में हूँ, साइट खोल रहा था तो साइट ब्लॉक दिखा रहा था.
requesting the admin to kindly mute. There's a lot of background noise coming.
बाद में मैंने अपने मोबाइल के इसके हॉटस्पॉट से किया तो चल गया फिर.
Sita ji, if you be kind enough.
मतलब पूरी साइट ही ब्लॉक आ रही
I will not be do it. Sir should do it from there.
Okay.
I'll just contact.
Yeah. All right. So as institution, we also have the responsibility of issuing letter of recommendation. ये letter of recommendation आप लिखते हो, and there is definitely every year students आपके पास आते हैं, आपको ये letter of recommendation लिखा रहता है. ये आपके पास ये आपके कुछ staff related works हैं जिनको बहुत easily ये कम कर सकता है. ये आपके MCQs हैं, real world context generators हैं, यानी आपके current world में बहुत सारे ऐसे problems चल रहे हैं. You want to teach, आपकी teaching को, you want to be, whatever you are teaching, it needs to be relevant, and you want this to be connected to whatever is happening in the world. That is how you create conscious students. You put it there, और आप रियल सिनेरियोज पे, जो करंट अफेयर्स के सिनेरियोज हैं, जो आज दिन में दुनिया में जो भी हो रहा है, उसके सिनेरियोज पे आपको कंटेंट जनरेट करके देगा, क्वेश्चंस जनरेट करके देगा. इफ यू कैन सी इट, सो ऑल ऑफ दिस इज हियर. बट डेफिनेटली मैजिक टूल्स का स्कोप थोड़ा सा ज्यादा है. Khanmigo का थोड़ा सा अभी लिमिटेड है, दो दे आर वर्किंग ऑन इट एंड एक्सपैंडिंग. EduAid also is a version. EduAid AI is also a very good tool. लेकिन EduAid के साथ सिर्फ एक प्रॉब्लम है कि after few usage वो आपको generate करने के लिए it will ask to upgrade. तो वो एक issue आता है EduAid के साथ. तो EduAid also is a very very good portal. So I hope yes. Now, there were certain questions, of course, I understand. And if there are any questions, I'll be very happy to answer them. And please go ahead.
मैम मैं कहता हूँ कि पुलिस शासन से आप AI बात कर रहे हैं, हमारे 12 घंटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर पर लाइट आती है।
सर,
और यहाँ
मुझे आपकी आवाज बहुत क्लैरिटी से नहीं आ रही है, तो अगर आप थोड़ा सा तेज बोल सकें।
जी मैम, मैं कासगंज डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर में हूँ
जी
और HOD हूँ इकोनॉमिक्स का।
जी
मेरे यहाँ 12 घंटे लाइट आती है। मेरे यहाँ
जी
जो भी स्टूडेंट है उनमें 90% से मोबाइल नहीं है, 90% में मोबाइल नहीं है। देन
मोबाइल यूजर्स नहीं है।
मोबाइल नहीं, प्रॉपर्टी इतनी है कि मोबाइल नहीं है।
ओके ओके ओके।
और देन आप ये जो आप लेक्चर दे रहे हैं, हम सुन रहे हैं, वो बहुत सुनने में, कहने में अच्छा लगता है। हम भी लेक्चर देते हैं, अच्छा लगता है। प्रैक्टिकली क्या कर सकते हैं इस संदर्भ में?
सर, बहुत ही अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा एंड आई एम सो ग्लैड कि किसी ने इस टॉपिक पे क्वेश्चन पूछा है। बिल्कुल सही बात
मैम
है।
एक मैं इसका चाहता हूँ।
जी जी, मैं बिल्कुल आपको इसी का आंसर दे रही हूँ। जस्ट अलाउ मी 1 मिनट, आई विल जस्ट टेल यू सर।
जी
जी सर, मैं बोलूँ? हाँ जी। सो सर, आई विल जस्ट से कि आई डू अंडरस्टैंड कि उनको शायद मोबाइल तक एक्सेस नहीं है, पर
90%
एजुकेटर्स को है। एंड सर, जो उन्हें पढ़ा रहे हैं उन्हें है, तो वो दुनिया और वो सारे वर्ल्ड को आपकी नजर से देख रहे हैं। अगर वो वहां तक नहीं पहुंच पा रहे हैं तो शायद ये हमारी और बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो जाती है कि हम उन्हें अपने आप से वहां पहुंचाने की पूरी एक कोशिश करें। सो मे बी वी गिव देम एक्सेस टू टेक्नोलॉजी थ्रू आवर टेक्नोलॉजी। सो ऑफ कोर्स उसका यूज अर्बन एरियाज में जितना है उतना होगा नहीं, मैं ये नहीं कहूंगी, लेकिन सर बिल्कुल नहीं से कुछ तो होगा, डेफिनेटली कुछ होगा। एंड दे विल नॉट फील दैट अनकनेक्टेड and they will not feel that disconnected to the entire world. So we can tell them and
only 10% student make Android phones, 90% student not Android phones. Electricity only 12 hours in district headquarters.
I do understand.
In villages is 5 hours. How it possible कि AI
Sir, सर, हमारे यहाँ पे पवन सर, हमारे यहाँ पे जो टीचर्स हैं, क्या उनके पास स्मार्टफोन्स होंगे?
हैं
99% सर, क्या उस स्मार्टफोन के एक्सेस से जो नॉलेज उन्हें मिल रही है, क्या उस नॉलेज को वो आगे पास ऑन कर सकते हैं? मैं ये मानती हूँ कि उन बच्चों तक फोन नहीं है ना, उन बच्चों तक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, लेकिन उन बच्चों के पास उस टीचर का एक्सेस है। और मैं फिर वही कहूँगी,
एग्जैक्टली करते हैं, एड पॉसिबल करते हैं।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
लेकिन बच्चों को ये हम होमवर्क दे दें कि ये करके लाइए, हाउ इट पॉसिबल कि वो करके लाएंगे?
अगेन आई वुड से कि ये सारी बातें हमें अपने विजडम के साथ यूज करनी पड़ेंगी कि किस सिनेरियो में हम कौन से कॉन्सेप्ट को लगा सकते हैं। अगर हम फ्लिप्ड क्लासरूम्स के कॉन्सेप्ट को अगर हम बिल्कुल रूरल बेस पे लगाएंगे, जहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं है, जहाँ पॉवर्टी है, फोन नहीं है, तो डेफिनेटली
यही रिप्लाई मैं आपसे चाहता था, यही रिप्लाई मैं आपसे चाहता था।
सर, आई थिंक फॉर अस वी नीड एज एजुकेटर्स वी हैव टू यूज आवर बेस्ट विजडम, और इसीलिए हम अपना बेस्ट जजमेंट यूज करके सिनेरियो को इवैल्यूएट करके हम वहां पे उस तरीके से सामने आते हैं, एंड देन वी पुट आवर बेस्ट फुट फॉरवर्ड। दैट इज द रोल ऑफ द एजुकेटर, सर। दैट इज व्हाट आई वुड वांट टू से। I hope, sir, I have answered your question.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am. संजीव पोरवाल।
Hi, संजीव जी। जी बताइए सर।
मैंने अपना अकाउंट क्रिएट किया मोबाइल आपको सुनते हुए। मैजिक स्कूल पर क्रिएट किया और मैंने क्वेश्चन भी MCQ जनरेट किए एक टॉपिक पर। It's useful.
आपको अच्छा लगा?
Yeah, I got 5 questions and they are relevant.
Okay.
The point is that जो प्रॉब्लम मुझे आएगी वो ये सिर्फ ये है कि is it possible to convert these questions in Hindi language so that the community of a rural student can benefit it?
Okay. So sir, I think उसके लिए you can make use of Bhashini. You can use Bhashini to translate. You can use Google translators to translate. आपने कहीं से generate किया और आप इसको बहुत simply तो Google translator पे भी डाल के translate कर सकते हो sir.
तो जो फॉर्मेट है वो बना रहेगा इस तरह का?
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल बना रहेगा. Why not?
Questions
So I have not translated it, but I am sure आप उसको ये prompt में डालना कि the format should not be changed. You can do
MCQ
that.
आया,
Right.
MCQ आया, मैं इसको क्या पेपर पे ले जा सकता हूँ?
सर आप इसको प्रिंट कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल आप इसका प्रिंट आउट निकाल सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली.
और ये सारी चीजें ठीक है, आ गया, नीचे आ गया, मैं देख रहा था. This is working now.
जी.
Thank you for this insightful lecture.
Ma'am,
I will
one
try to
question,
use
one
this.
question again. Ma'am, one question again.
सर प्लीज गो अहेड.
AI से या उससे जब हम इकोनॉमिक्स का चाहते हैं, इकोनॉमिक्स का क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ तो उसकी लैंग्वेज जो होती है इतनी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लैंग्वेज होती है हिंदी में, तो हमारा हिंदी जाति क्षेत्र है कि सब्जेक्ट से रिलेटेड बट होते ही नहीं.
सर अगेन एक बात बोलूंगी, जब आप प्रॉम्प्ट देते हैं, जब आप उसको वो AI को लिखते हैं, जब आपको वो आंसर देता है ना, पहली बार में उस आंसर को कभी एक्सेप्ट मत कीजिएगा. और ये मैं जितने लोग मुझे सुन रहे हैं, मैं उन सबको यही बोलूंगी, AI के दिए हुए आंसर को यू शुड नेवर एक्सेप्ट इट इन द फर्स्ट टाइम. मेक मॉडिफिकेशंस. आप AI से बोलिए ये बहुत कंफ्यूज लैंग्वेज में है एंड आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. आप मुझे बहुत सिंपल लैंग्वेज में इस आंसर को दीजिए जो कि इस ग्रेड के बच्चों के लिए है. सो आप देखेंगे कि आप अगर दोबारा से रिवाइज्ड प्रॉम्प्ट डालेंगे, AI आपको उसको सिंपल करके भी देगा.
मैम ये आई थिंक दिस मैजिक AI
ये प्रॉब्लम द्वारा भी आती है तो इकोनॉमिकल वर्ड से टर्म है, इकोनॉमिकल टर्म है, वो इकोनॉमिकल टर्म नहीं देता, वो सिंपल लैंग्वेज में हिंदी और इंग्लिश में
सर थोड़ा सा आपको उसके साथ प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग करनी पड़ेगी पवन सर. आपको उसको बोलना पड़ेगा रिटेन द कोर कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स एंड गिव इट इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज. क्योंकि देखिए सर, हर किसी का डोमेन अलग है, तो आपको अपने डोमेन से रिलेटेड यू हैव टू गिव हिम दोज इंस्ट्रक्शंस. आपको उसे बोलना पड़ेगा मेरे सब्जेक्ट को का एसेंस रिटेन करते हुए. You will not change the terminologies that are used in economics. The concepts of economics need to be retained. The flavor has to be retained. But, you have to give it in simple language.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. And I really hope कि मैं कुछ आपके questions का answer दे पाई और आपके जो भी objectives हैं कहीं उस पे हम लोग उसको पूरा करने में we are able to, reach to a particular point. And I think everybody has takeaways today. मुझे बहुत खुशी मिलेगी अगर as a person who's come to take the session, everybody leaves the session with takeaways. So can I have a thumbs up if everybody has some takeaways? And if you could just put it in the chat box, आपके takeaways इस session के क्या थे? That will be really nice. Thank you for all the thumbs up.
मैम अपना वीडियो जरूर इस पे शेयर कर दीजिएगा.
जी. I think that the team will definitely do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's already shared in the group.
Yes. And do explore the tools that we have used. Got a new tool. Thank you so much, Sanjeev sir. Thank you. And Sita ma'am, I think Shibu would like to ask a question. Hanji, please go ahead. Shibu, there's a question. Please go ahead. Okay, so I think Shibu, in fact, if you are not able to unmute, you can put the question here in the chat box and we'll see if we can answer that. Sita ma'am, I think over to you. Any question if anybody would like to ask, पूछिए please जब तक हम
Ma'am, I don't have a question, but I just want to add something. Actually, in the beginning of the session, I had said that I would like AI to help me in doing the literature review part. I am a student of philosophy, and that consumes a lot of time.
Yes.
The point of research actually begins after that. Once you
Right.
come to know what all have done before you in this particular area, I had to go from Delhi to Chennai to read a thesis, done on Sufism, because they didn't allow me to, read it online, something like that. Now the AI and these things have come. They help me to reduce, expense of my time to that extent. Beyond that, I said, I don't want anybody to interfere into my research. That's the point I was making. Okay. So thank you. I think I want to make the point clear again. Yeah.
No,
Thank you. Thank you.
absolutely. See, all of us, we have different needs as educators and as scholars. All of us have very different needs. The idea of generative AI is to help us in this process because it's a fast-paced world. And we all need to make time for everything, and then only we can achieve the balanced way of life. The idea is not to bombard people, who are working professionals. The idea is not to bombard. So I just hope this is, giving you a head's way, helping you in some way or the other. And thank you very much. Sita ma'am, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Is it possible to give prompt in Hindi language or in another language?
Ma'am,
Is
it's
it possible to
interesting
give
now,
prompt
no
in
more
Hindi?
scary, kind of.
जी sir.
On Magic School can we give a prompt in Hindi language?
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल क्यों नहीं. मैं जितनी इंग्लिश बोलती हूँ मैं उतनी ही हिंदी भी बोलती हूँ. सो बिल्कुल इंग्लिश हिंदी दोनों मेरे लिए बहुत आराम से वर्क करता है. आई थिंक दोनों में
हिंदी
कोई
में हम लिख
प्रॉब्लम
सकते हैं उसमें.
जी.
अच्छा नहीं, मैजिक स्कूल पर हम जो उसको प्रॉम्प्ट दे रहे हैं ना, क्या उसको हिंदी में
नहीं.
टाइप किया जा सकता है? नहीं,
जहाँ तक
वो
मैं
possible नहीं लग रहा
समझती
है
हूँ मैजिक स्कूल्स में आप हिंदी में नहीं लिख पाएंगे.
वो मैं नहीं लिख पा रहा, मैं ट्राई कर रहा था.
हाँ, मैजिक स्कूल में आप हिंदी में नहीं इंग्लिश में लिखेंगे और उसके बाद आप उसको गूगल ट्रांसलेट कर लीजिएगा. तो हमें वो थोड़ा सा उसको फेजेस में करना पड़ेगा, बट आपका काम हो जाएगा.
जी थैंक यू मैम. I'm trying to do that.
Thank you so much, Principal Sir. It was a pleasure.
Okay. Sita Miss, please.
Yes, sir. So, ma'am, I think it was very interesting. And as ma'am told, I think this is just a spark to all our teachers. And we are the persons who have to explore and find out new things from this and entertain and reach our students with updated knowledge. Okay. So, I would like to call Mr. Nishad, sir, of Department of Commerce to deliver a word of vote of thanks. Nishad, sir, please.
Good evening, am I audible?
Yes. Yes, proceed.
Okay. Honorable Principal and dignitaries and my dear participants, as we come to close of this enriching session, it's my honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Jyoti Mishra. Your insight on how artificial intelligence can transform the teaching learning process were truly relevant for all educators. I would also like to thank our beloved principal, whose constant support and encouragement made this FDP possible. My heartfelt thanks to the organizing team for their dedication and effort behind scenes. I also extend my sincere thanks to all the participants who joined us from various institutions. Your active involvement and enthusiasm adds great value to this session. Once again, thank you all for making this session meaningful. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sita ma'am. Thank you, Principal साहब. मैम, प्रिंसिपल साहब आप
Yes,
अपना
sir.
नाम थोड़ा सा और डाल दिया करें तो अच्छा लगेगा. प्रिंसिपल
Okay,
साहब
my
हैं, आप
name is
पोस्ट हैं,
Usman.
लेकिन अपना नाम जरूर डाले जाइए.
Okay,
नाम
my
और
name
डालिए.
is USMAN Usman. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, Pawan sir.
Okay, Osman साहब, thank you,
Okay,
thank
we'll
you.
meet again 4:30. We'll meet again.
Wonderful session, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful session.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.